One of the interesting things that happens with money is that we are reluctant to discuss money. In fact, it is shocking that in almost all countries, money is not part of the education system. 5-year-olds have great questions about money, and most parents find it almost impossible to answer these questions. What is money, Mommy? How does money work? Why do we not have more of it? Why can't everyone have more of it? And you don't say, Susie, go back to your room and study inflation like a good girl, and don't come back until you understand the answer to that question.
In the Western world, in the strongest countries, we see the money supply expanding 20–25% or more per year. The currency is collapsing. It's losing its value. It's being devalued. I think that Bitcoin is sound money. It's the technically superior asset class compared to the dollar, the euro, the peso, the bolivar, compared to a stock index, compared to gold, compared to silver, compared to everything you can conceivably buy. It is technically, thermodynamically superior as an asset. The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
If you do get engaged in Bitcoin, you'll quickly find out that mostly Bitcoin is none of the things you thought it was. It's a lot more and a lot different than what you thought. Many of the people who get involved in Bitcoin describe this experience as going down the rabbit hole. You get this instant effect where you feel that something special, something amazing is happening, and then you start reading about Bitcoin, and then you get obsessed, and then you start reading more about Bitcoin, and then you start annoying your friends and family about it, and you start talking about it at parties and dinner parties, and your significant other goes, oh God, here we go again, it's the Bitcoin talk.
Anyone, regardless of their nationality, race, religion, gender, sex, or creditworthiness, can for absolutely no cost create a Bitcoin address in order to receive payments digitally. Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. It's a computer science breakthrough, and it will be as significant for freedom, prosperity, and human flourishing as the birth of the internet. And Bitcoin is just the beginning. If we can replace private payments infrastructure, then we can replace other private choke points to human interaction as well.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset, it's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? It's not like Google and Facebook. It's not like Apple and Amazon. Yeah, we can debate Apple or Amazon, what's better. They both look like tech monopolies to me. They both look pretty good. On the other end, Bitcoin or no, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's crypto asset. the $1 trillion asset in the crypto world. Then it becomes the $10 trillion replacement for gold as a precious metal. And over time, people start to see it as a superior property to real estate or physical property, because I can't move $1 billion building from New York to San Francisco, but I can move $1 billion block of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has value as it's backed by a $20 billion computing network of Bitcoin miners that are taking electricity and they're running it through a SHA-256 protocol in order to hash it. That represents the network that decentralizes Bitcoin, secures it, keeps you from being able to hack it, and makes it impossible to kind of cheat it. The innovation here is the creation of a digital commodity. But if I wanted to create something that is scarce and desirable for the next 100 years, and I don't trust the CEO, I don't trust a company, I don't trust a bank, I don't trust the government, I don't trust the city, I want it to transcend all those things, I somehow need to come up with a way to run the network that doesn't use software. And so the Bitcoin network runs on proof of work, and it converts that electricity into a block of digital energy which is secure, potentially the next 1,000 years.
Bitcoin is not smooth jazz. Bitcoin is punk rock. Deal with it. It is disruptive. And the reason it is disruptive is precisely why it's so difficult to swallow and swaddle in traditional investment terms. Bitcoin is the first completely decentralized transnational platform for exchanging value. It has no borders. It doesn't care whether you like the transaction or not. It is entirely based on mathematical verifiability. It is the internet, unleashed, unvarnished, unpolished, and uncensorable.
It's now the world's most popular investment asset. It's novel, it's digital, it's global, it's unique, and it's uncorrelated to traditional risk assets because it doesn't come with exposure to any given country, currency, company, quarterly result, product cycle, competitor, not to weather, not to war, not to an employee base or supply chain. And so that makes it a natural addition to the portfolio of a responsible investor. Bitcoin is digital property. I view it as digital energy, digital money, digital property. It's a very special thing, this idea that you could buy 1/21 millionth of all of the energy in a decentralized network for all of eternity.
And because it's just pure information, it's basically infinitely divisible. It's infinitely durable because information does not decompose. It's infinitely recognizable. It's infinitely portable because it can move at the speed of light. And then very importantly, Satoshi combined basically economics and game theory with thermodynamics to make it absolutely scarce.
Bitcoin converts our global electric power grid into a giant, physically expensive computer and then uses it to secure data and messages passing across the internet. Bitcoin is special because it secures this data not by relying exclusively on encoded logic, but instead by tapping into the physical constraints of the power grid to physically constrain the bad guys trying to use it. That doesn't sound like just a monetary technology to me, folks. That sounds like a cyber warfighting technology, a cybersecurity technology, a cyber defense technology. Maybe nations will use it to do defense differently in the future. I think that we may be at the dawn of a new age of digital power projection as humanity expands its footprint into cyberspace. I think this technology is going to become critical, that nations are going to rely on it to secure their cyberspace, just like they rely on airplanes to secure their airspace. And I think most people in this room don't get it yet because they think it's just a coin. We have to start taking this technology seriously, not as a monetary technology, but as a cybersecurity technology, a defense technology. We have to start thinking critically about the national strategic implications of Bitcoin.